next speaker is a loving father to Kimberly and a loving husband to his wife Kanya. He currently works for an industry leader synonymous with financial services. He is enthusiastic about family financial planning and creating monetary value for his clients. His main aim is to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to pursue their goals and aspirations in life. He plays football, reads, and plays touch rugby during his spare time, and he likes to travel.
You're fighting cancer. It's spreading throughout your body. It's going to be an expensive process. There's only so much the doctors can do. So many of us have heard these words before. However, today, in my Father's spirit, we won't dwell on the negative. Carpe diem, my son. Cowboys don't cry. If only I could tell him that his second favorite saying didn't age too well in modern times. During his final years, I will remember the time that we spent together. The time that he spent meeting my wife, Kanya. The time that he spent during the Lobola negotiations and on trips down the West Coast with friends and family. The time that we spent together was void of any financial hardship while fighting cancer. For the financial security during this time, I thank you, Father. You thought ahead of time so that the time that we had left was spent well lived. I've never been to Namibia before. The desert, Luderitz, Walvis Bay, and all the game in between. I want to see kudu, springbok, and the namakwa flowers along the way. I want to see whales frolic off the coast of the Walvis Bay Harbor. We were crossing the border, the Northern Cape border, into the desert. It was 42 degrees outside, but we were just saying, hey, look at that. I've never seen that before. We were just enjoying and loving the scenery. Suddenly, someone noticed the tank is on empty, and the next town is 200 kilometers away. The windscreens go down, the air conditioning goes off. The heat from outside pours into the vehicle. We're not enjoying the scenery anymore. All we're doing now is arguing back and forth about how fast we should drive. People tend to think the day they run out of money is the day that they run out. It's not. It's that moment leading up to that day when you're looking at your gas gauge and your bank account and investments keep going down, down, and down. You're not even enjoying the scenery anymore. All you're doing now is arguing back and forth and not even enjoying your retirement. Me and my father were making our way to Butcher's Grill in Mully Point. I couldn't wait to arrive. I couldn't wait to sink my teeth into a mouth-watering steak and enjoy the wine that the Cape has to offer. Me and my father were big eaters. Well, I was a big eater. If I'm being honest, I am a big eater. We were talking about life and my plans for the future and what I had set forward. After the lovely dinner, we hopped into the rental car and we had to make our way to the airport. He had to make his way back to his London. As we were driving, suddenly, bang, the tire pops. The car sways side to side. There's dead silence in the vehicle. Luckily, I get the car back under my control. I pull it off to the side of the road. My heart is pounding. After a moment, we all calm down. And my father, being who he is, he says, we need to get on with it. So I hop out of the vehicle, make my way towards the back, open the boot. To my surprise, there's no spare tire. What now? People never know when they're going to contract a dread disease or a disability. And we don't know where the money is going to come from to maintain the lifestyle we had after such an awful event. The question is that what we need to ask ourselves is, when we're driving around, are we driving around without a spare wheel in our boot? I've never been here before. It's 2 a.m. There's no one to bounce ideas off. No one to give me direction and focus. I'm sitting here with the last will and testament in my hand. And I can't help but think what your friends, family, and peers had to say about you. I will hold these messages dear to my heart. But as I read your last statement to the world and to your family, I can see the love that you had for us. Word for word and line for line, intricately planned and detailed to make sure that everyone in the family is at ease. You made sure that when your health walked out the back door of our lives, that your guidance, direction, and love walk through the front, so that we may hold our family's dignity intact as we move forward into the future. The tools from insurance and investments are of great value to us. They can save us millions of rands. They can provide us the financial security and emotional support during a difficult time. We just need to acknowledge that the problem is not the problem. The premium is not the problem. That the problem is the problem, but the premium is the solution to the problem. The problem does not go away, it only gets more expensive every day. And all I want to do here today is make sure that the financial hardship does not accelerate the emotional pain you experience when a family member does not come home from work one day. And when I leave here today, we will decide if I will leave the problem with you or take it away when I leave here today.